Hey, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Andreas Friendly Poker. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some good changes on Pokerstars regarding online poker. Yes, you heard me right. There are some good changes. For the last 3 years, I think there has been nothing good for online poker on Pokerstars ever. And no, I'm not going to talk about some new format on Pokerstars that gets overhyped. By the way, I didn't hype the last one on here on the 6+ Hold'em. No, it's going to be about the ban on seed scripting. Seed scripting has been around for quite some time, and what it basically did is that it helped some professional players out there to bum hunt recreational players better. So what happened is that if you want to play cash games on regular speed tables on Pokerstars, you could use that aiding software that would automatically put you on tables with weaker players and not regulars. And also when there were, for example, two good regulars sitting that you could, basically define with that program, you could then dodge those regulars and not play with them at all. And you would just sit and then, get off the tables automatically and basically not play those tables and just play the tables that were soft. So a lot of these, mostly professional players, but also I guess some recreational players who are playing a ton, were using these softwares for years to get an edge on the games and to make more money. And that would obviously lead to a disadvantage for all these other professional players or regulars, and also obviously recreational players that didn't use those software or that software. And I think for all the people out there who suffer hydrophobia, they will be even more mad at something like seed scripting. And I think there's a fair point to that. I think that HUDs are really no problem in online poker. Like everyone can use a basic HUD. As a matter of fact, like if you want a HUD, just join my Discord channel, which there's a link to in the description below, and I can just give you a HUD. That's not a problem. It's accessible to anyone. But seed scripting, I think, puts it a little bit on another level. I'm not saying like it's too hard to use them. I guess, it doesn't take you too long to set it up. But in the end, I basically decided to play ethically or poker ethically online and just don't use those seed scripts because I really don't believe that that's anything, natural that you should be able to use on an online site. And I think you should be good enough at poker to be table selecting by yourself, but also didn't make it to the high stakes. So I don't know how I would have behaved if I made it to the limits like 10, 20 online on Pokerstars, because in the end, if everyone else is seed scripting and you're not, that creates such a huge disadvantage. So maybe after like months, you're just pissed off that all these other guys are making a ton of money against these weaker players at the higher stakes. And you're basically not getting into those games because you are just a human being trying to sit down at a table, whereas you're fighting against these guys who are using seed scripts and just sit down immediately. So I can see a point for some people, feeling pressure to use these programs after a while because everyone else was doing it. That's basically the good news. The poker seed scripts are going to be banned effective March 1. And that's really great news for all the players that didn't use them, because now they are equal again with the other regulars, and again basically will open an opportunity to play more regular speed tables again and not having to have seed scripts in order to seed with the weaker players, but you can just sit down by table selecting yourself. Hope you enjoyed this video. Also, if you did and find some value in it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content coming up here in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.